Hey, friends, we are fearless. Welcome to the podcast. My name is Frances Young, and we are here on a very special solo episode for season 6. We're going to get vulnerable with you. And for those that happen to watch this online, we are being very Venusian, very middle of Taurus season. Sitting here in a new robe with a lipstick on in the middle of the afternoon. Because that's how we roll. With a blanket on and my stuffed animal support energies behind me. Winnie the Pooh and my little tortoise are with me today. For those of you that are potentially adults that still have stuffed animals, kudos. I do too. This podcast episode is explaining to you how I unlocked, how I am remembering my skills as a medium. You will definitely hear me repeat sentences on this podcast of, I didn't see it coming, and then, well, I guess we're here now type of energy. The faster I have learned how to get out of my own way, which, if anybody can also relate to that, the faster we feel alive, ourselves, and fucking fearless. Well, here I am in May of 2026, realizing that I can connect to my own energy, let alone my client's energy, in a very psychic way, in a way in which I can understand things deeper than someone else can. And it explains a lot. This episode is to explain to my audience, explain to whoever finds me here on the internet, what I am doing with this, where this may potentially go, because I don't know, it's going to evolve. It's going to be fucking awesome. And that's about it. This is so important to me. This is something that I have to say to the world. There's a whole other episode of what is happening with the astrology right now, with the human design gates that are happening right now. This is being recorded very close to the Taurus new moon. We're in the middle of May, where this new moon and where this energy is affecting you personally listening to this right now is going to be different person to person. For myself, this is affecting my area of community. It's affecting certain relationships I have. Yes, it's reflecting what I value. It's related to the planet of Venus because Taurus is ruled by Venus, the planet of beauty. Venus currently is in Gemini, so she's all over the place, but she's having a party and she doesn't know what she wants, but she is saying, just give me more. We're also about to have a lot of revelations this week. Another reason why it feels important to tell you such an important revelation in my life. And lastly, about the human design that's happening right now. If you feel you need to speak about something this week to someone, or that you've gotten your own clarity on something in any aspect of your life, that may come to you this week or in the middle of May, just after the middle of May, when this will actually get released on Fearless Friday and legitimately on the Taurus new moon. Let's get into how I became a medium. This journey really began in 2016, 2017, when I really understand now all of the subtle cues, because life usually works in subtle cues, not big epiphany moments where we go on a mushroom trip and then we come out of it and realize what we have to do with the rest of our life. It can happen, but it's not the point. The coolest thing that I have realized with all of the different things I like to do that don't seem so mainstream or that have a little taboo and asterisk next to them, tarot cards, astrology, human design, reading people's energy, just being intuitive. This has been a much longer journey than the past 8 months. In 2016, 2017, I started to meditate. Everybody says, oh, I should meditate. On the inside, I roll my eyes at people when I see this happen. I'm sorry if I know you and I've done this to you. What meditation is essentially finding our own inner clarity, where we sit with ourselves and we try to let the buzz of whatever is inside us and around us release a little bit. That's all meditation is. Back in 2016, 2017, for sure up until COVID, a good 3 to 4 years, I did not like meditating. I found it annoying. I didn't know how to, quiet my mind. I was using apps, which there are so many wonderful apps. At the time, I was using one called Headspace. That got really popular. I could barely sit for 10 minutes. This is a generator body. This is a person who is out the door in 2 seconds, caring for everyone else and not about herself. To sit down and actually look at what was going on in my brain, I was like, this sucks. To anyone that feels as though meditation is hard, I see you. It's okay. There are lots of things when we try them at first that are hard. Just like working out, like trying a new sport. So many things. Becoming a morning person, or maybe you shouldn't be a morning person. All right, I won't get carried away. Really, this journey started when I got into meditation, if we want to go back that far. COVID hit, and life circumstances brought me back to Toronto, Canada, as I was living in the United Kingdom at the turn of when closures were happening. About a year and a half into just COVID life and the change that we experienced around the world, I was shown what human design was. And I was already into receiving appointments with very intuitive humans that use tarot, that use astrology, that were mediums. I developed a very close relationship with a shaman that I received many healing sessions with her and even went to her home. She's been on my goddamn podcast, Rebecca Llewellyn. I love you and miss you every day that I don't see you in person. I received appointments that were energetic healing of sorts that I didn't understand for a while. For a good solid 4 years, 2020 to 2024, I was receiving those appointments quite frequently, working on myself in different ways with those types of appointments, healing different parts of myself, understanding different parts of myself. For anyone listening that has had those types of appointments consistently, you have no idea what's happening. I was also doing a lot of breath work during this time. Breathwork was introduced to me, again, back in 2016, 2017, when Wim Hof really hit the North America breathwork scene, when breathwork wasn't as cool yet, when doing breathwork and cold dips weren't as cool yet. I was doing it before it was cool. This top trendsetter in fitness and health land chick that I am. I knew this shit before others. So I've been doing these things to look at myself and understand my body for a long time. And I was all into all of these things. Very much so how I let them ebb and flow through my life. And the people that ebbed and flowed in my life that showed me those things, that I did these things with. And at a certain point, I didn't need to do as many appointments. I was feeling more emotionally regulated. I was also regularly seeing my psychotherapist. For this girly who also didn't want to do therapy, I remember a conversation I had on a picnic bench with someone in 2019 being like, I ain't going to therapy. Fuck that. Well, we've been to therapy. We've done a lot of things in therapy. And I do not suggest to the faint of heart to say that therapy is actually for everyone. It will be your own journey if you are meant to do it. So I never forced those things on anyone because it was forced on me. And I went in a circular direction with a couple of zigzags and then I finally got there. Anyways, my picture that I'm trying to paint for you is the fact that I have been circling this realm of mediumship, psychic understanding, and connection to energy as a whole for many years. I have been learning with someone who has actually followed me for a long time. I was connected with a woman in 2020, and I even received her mediumship appointments, her skills, understanding the subconscious, which I just think is so cool. I have a Gemini 12th house for any astrology nerds in the house listening. My mind is deep. It wants to see every corner of every facet of my insides and how many past lives I've had. I also have a stellium in my 12th house. Anyways, this has just been a much longer journey. In November of 2025, I was reconnected with my medium that I am learning from. And she was giving a free online session as a Mercury retrograde that we experienced before December of 2025. And she was just giving guidance. She was giving an open reading. And this is where I was introduced to the concept of spirit baby mediumship. And something about this stuck. Something about this was like, oh, I think I need to know more about that. I think I need to sit on what this means more than being a medium. Because this is intriguing just to say. I feel this is the opportune moment to say. The medium that I am learning from is actually someone I've also had on my podcast, Michelle. Michelle, I have a hard time with your last name. So if you're listening to this episode, the great Michelle, she's just fantastic. Michelle does so many things. She's a musical producer. She's a sound bowl healer. She's an intuitive spirit baby medium. What else does Michelle do? She does so many things. And she's a manifester. She's ping-ponging people in a million different directions. And I feel so blessed to call you my teacher and my friend. So Michelle said this in November, and I was like, okay, I got to sit on this. I have in the past been very impulsive with new courses, very Aries moon in my 10th of career of I got to do this thing right now because, okay, my sacral, my body is saying, yes, let's get it. Let's go. Hang on. 1, do I have time for this? 2, do I have the money for this? 3, is this what I'm supposed to do? I've done so many things, and I thought human design and medical astrology was what I was adding into being the personal trainer that I am and stretch therapist that I am. Why am I now all of a sudden thinking that I need to communicate with the energy of an unborn child? This feels a little bit like what? On the inside, but I think there was a nudge, that little nudge in the aligned direction. I've been connected and working with one of my best friends here in Toronto, Canada. She happens to be a pre- and postnatal specialized trainer. And I was like, oh, maybe it's because I'm working with this woman. And this is aligned and correct. And I'm around babies more all of a sudden. And I'm around a 3-year-old that became my best friend all of a sudden. Putting the pieces together. So I didn't start working on coursework with Michelle to better understand mediumship, to work on my skills week after week until Valentine's Day of February of 2026. I will call out the last confirming piece of that I needed to go down this rabbit hole of getting little subtle cues from the universe as to go down this route and add this to my services. I was in the Bahamas and having a dope ass time. There's one afternoon I was chilling with my girlfriend that I was traveling with, and this group of women started talking to us. We're all chilling by the pool. And of course, I brought my tarot cards. And of course, one of them comes up to me and says, hey, can I get a reading? Sure, let's have some fun with these. And this woman spoke to me about her journey with her and her husband that they wanted to begin to get pregnant. And the light bulbs are firing in my head. Okay, of all the things that this woman in the world could say to me, oh, I'm dealing with the breakup, or oh, I've never met this woman before. We've been hanging out for about 10 to 15 minutes, and she says, I'm trying to get pregnant. If you're realizing that there are moments in your life where you are getting little nudges in certain ways about a certain topic, about a certain person, about a certain place you're supposed to move, maybe this will be the exact clarity that you need this week. I immediately emailed Michelle back after she'd been trying to just sense and give me a couple nudges to say, hey, are you doing this course with me? And I was like, well, it's now or never. Now or never. Here we are of March, April. We are kind of in that 3-month initial threshold. And it's cool, guys. It's really cool. It scares me. But the more times I check in, which is for this Gemini 12th, I am asking myself, my higher self, 10 times a day, is this the right thing? Am I doing it right? Am I going in the right direction? Am I crazy? I'm very much a brick and mortar. You got to put your money where your mouth is. You are the person that needs to reach out. You are the one that moves your life forwards, because no one is coming to save you type of person. And it's kept my clothes on my back, a roof over my head, and beautiful people in my life. And that has felt like survival mode. And now to be stepping into a piece of my life where I can literally sit down in 10 minutes, speak to myself, get guidance from myself, from the energies that support me, whether it's a past family member, whether it's an ascended master like Buddha or Ganesh, if those are things that resonate with you, or Isis, or with elementals, and actually communicating with the 4 elements, communicating with my own spirit baby children. Oh my God, that's so cool. If you are someone, a female desiring to get pregnant, you can connect with your unborn children. This has just blown my mind. I can connect with my own kids before they're even born. This is like, it's so cool. I'm still the reality of that. I'm the person that has to go out my door and change my life when I know things about myself. Being able to realize that your own energy is helping you move through your life at the pace that you are meant to move, and you can connect to it in 2.5 seconds, honestly makes me feel so much happier, so much more like, oh, I really do got this. I got this, and I'm fearless as I'm doing this. There is no rhyme or reason as to needing anybody else to tell me what to do. Now, as being very much someone who's been independent from a very young age, I still need help. Everyone needs help and connection. Everyone needs their tribe of humans to help them move through this life, unlocking a skill like mediumship and connecting into energy for myself and for my clients has been life-changing, has been so confirming, and has moved very quickly, I must say. This is the journey as to how we've gotten here. I am practicing with clients for whatever they need to come to me for, with clients I already have. So that's how we got here. I do want to explain to you what mediumship actually is, as I've been throwing some stuff around here, for those that may not actually truly know. How I'm using this in my business, where these initial things are going to go. And you may be able to tell already, but I'm really excited about this. Mediumship. What is mediumship? I like to use as well right away the term psychic. When you Google these, because I legitimately, before recording this, also wanted to Google, what does Google say? What does AI say? A psychic is someone who is connecting into another person's energy and essentially trying to predict what is going to happen with that person's energy. Even a psychic, depending on how long they've practiced for, what their type of connection to another person is, I do truly believe that psychics can tell a certain amount of the future and or how they see their types of what I get to now officially say out in the open, clairs of intuition, the types of energies that they see, taste, smell, hear. There is a certain amount of truth that some psychics will legitimately be able to tell you your husband's name, the dog you're going to have when you're in your 50s. Like that type of energy reader is a little bit different from a medium. For me, as a practicing and remembering medium, I like to say that because I'm not fully certified yet, is I am picking up, yes, on a person's energy, but I am also connecting to a lot of other things. As a medium, we learn how to connect into different types of energies that live in different dimensions. Whoa, that sounds really esoteric when you put it that way. Energy is ever moving and ever changing. It never actually dies. The energy of a human that has passed on has literally just changed form. The reason why you sometimes just feel that your dad's there, or let's put it in the ghost way of saying a light turns on or something flickers or something catches your attention in the room. You hear a song come on that makes you remind you of someone. These are energies at play that we can pick up on, sit with, read, as these are messages coming to the conscious and unconscious mind, trying to get us as humans in a 3D realm of how we experience life and what our brain can pick up on. This is other energies and other dimensions trying to communicate with us. For me, as a practicing and learning medium, I am essentially meditating, connecting to a client's energy or my own, because I meditate and I mediumly read my own energy, and I'll pick up on past loved ones. I'll pick up on an unborn child. I'll pick up on an ascended master. I'll pick up on archangels. I'll pick up on anybody that may be there that wants to relay information. I don't feel personally just how I'm accessing my gifts, what this all means to me, that I'm somebody that can tell the future. Maybe. It's not that I'm trying to say words to say that I cannot do something, but I still ultimately don't know what each day is going to hold for me. But I do know deeper and more truthfully how to listen to myself in situations that get presented as to how to stay aligned to the way that I am meant to go through this experience of a 3D reality on Earth through connecting to myself and to others through the gift of mediumship. It's really fucking cool. Now, I also want to go quickly into explaining spirit baby mediumship as well. I did not know that there was an ability for a medium to connect to the energy of an unborn child, of a child that you may already have, so to infants, and to children in general. If you have a child, for me, connecting to my own and connecting to dear friends' kids now, they're pure, they're light, they're learning everything. And they don't realize how much every aspect of what their environment gives them is helping them learn their purpose as a soul having a human experience. There are so many ways as to which a spirit baby medium can work and why we may be needed. We may help a woman get pregnant. We may help a couple understand if they're supposed to have a child. if they don't want to have a child. Help them find one if they really do, because maybe they weren't supposed to. But then something happens in their life. There is energy that is shifted, and there are spirit babies and energy out there that are looking for parents in order to have a human experience. If you've had an abortion, if you are trying to adopt, any essence as to how energetically you may be confused about having a child or unsure or experiencing grief or experiencing joy. Myself as a practicing medium, I am trained in those modalities. It's very cool and very magical, as kids are magic on Earth. And we don't give them enough credit for that. So thank you, kids of the planet. That felt like a very funny statement to say, but I really liked it. Just came out of me. That's what spirit baby mediumship is. And it's a very sensitive topic. It's a very beautiful topic. And if you are a woman listening and you think that this is something that you need, I'm here for you. What on earth am I going to do with this in my business? I don't know, guys. At the end of the day, I kind of don't know. We're starting with telling you about it because that's step one. Honestly, as this 1-3 profile, we're going to see where it goes. I have already been feeling the understanding of when even I am working with a client, they are deadlifting, they are squatting in front of me. I can pick up when something's wrong much faster. I wonder if that snap could be heard on the mic. That is a level of connection to my client that I deeply feel is better due to working on my reading skills through mediumship. So I'm already using it. When I stretch a client, I talk to them currently about these things that I'm learning. And then, as I also have a defined throat in my human design centers, I need to talk about everything. I also have the Genius to Freak channel. Not going to go into describing that right now, but some people think I'm crazy. Some people think I'm amazing. And I get over it pretty quick now. I can read people on the table. It's awesome. Who wouldn't want to get a stretch and get better guidance as to what they need to do with their life and all their problems that people come to me with? It's really satisfying. All I want to do is just help humans. And in a stretch, if any of my stretch clients listen to this and I haven't told you this yet, you can ask me during the next session when I see you. It's cool. How else am I using this? Well, through all of my ways is to help humans better understand their body, their mind, and their spirit. I now feel like I've rounded out the whole spirit piece of my business with helping humans understand their physical energy, how they move about their life with their human design blueprint, their energy that they were given to do life, the story of their lives through their astrological birth placements, and now through, if they have any question, hey, Fran, what am I supposed to do with this? I can tap into them and I can figure it out with them and give them the best, most wholehearted way as to how to move about the thing that they are dealing with. The one thing about mediumship that's really important is to say as an explanation as to what we are doing as a medium is I'm connecting with someone's heart. I'm connecting with someone's, as my throat clears. Wow. I'm connecting with someone's heart. Apparently that's a deep thing for me. Leo is ruled by the heart. I'm a Leo sun. I am a heart-led human, and being able to connect with my clients and the people that seek services from me and their hearts is a deeply vulnerable piece. I feel a lot of, it's not pressure. It's actually, if you could see me here sitting on my couch, I feel the responsibility, but I feel the ability to hold it now in my life through the experiences I've had, through where I'm going and the types of people that I want to work with next. It's a great responsibility, and it feels so precious and personal and beautiful all at the same time. So where it's going to lead me in my business, it is going to lead me to the forefront of discovering deeper aspects of people's health that we need to know as a society. There are going to be more things I learn as a 1-3 profile and the ever growing teacher that I am, an experimenter that I am with the things that I do and learn. It's the next big puzzle piece to how the world sees me, to how I see myself. And I feel very privileged to be at this precipice of how I am now speaking it to the world. Last wrap up on this little educational, hey, I'm a medium now podcast is I really look forward to whoever finds this, that you learn a little bit about mediumship and what it means, that you learn a little bit about where I am in my journey of life and experience, and then we're just here rolling with it because we weren't even sure what episode we were going to do this week. I was just like, well, we could talk about what's happening in astrology or what I'm trying to do right now with this and what I'm writing on that. But hey, I haven't actually talked about mediumship yet fully, about what the heck's going on with this in my life. Let's do that. That made me really excited as a generator. Right now, if you are someone that knows me personally, I can't wait to talk to you more about it. If you are finding me because you are into finding a new medium, understanding your health in a different way, I'm here for you. The Fearless Project is here for you. I can't wait to meet you and help you understand the things that you think might be a little crazy, but that you know are right for you. And at the end of the day, I always remind my community and myself that you are living fearlessly.